that are necessary to implement
What NASA, not NSA, NASA is writing in their warfare, strategical warfare agenda. You can read all about it, but it's actually official because they are forced upon publishing it, because if they do not do that, they are working illegally, because they are calling this a warfare that is legal, but that's just their point of views. That's wrong, and that's very, very, very wrong, I would say. And the World Tribunal against this kind of crimes will be effective sooner or later, and also the World Intelligence Services that will infiltrate. We already have a lot of whistleblowers with us, but there is also some guys inside of the MI6 and the MI5 that is supporting us. Most of these people that are working with this is actually against it, but it's their work, because I mean, to go on to a person's brain, the personality is broken down. You're not able to achieve anything. You can have goals, you can have your hopes and so on, but they could even bring down that, so you don't even have any dreams or possible actual free decision, the freedom of decisions is being taken away from us as personalities. And the 2045 project with Theodore Berger that already invented the memory extension chip. I mean, you can switch it off and on, but when you have it on, you become another personality, and you are fed with information throughout the super quantum systems that is up and running already. and yeah, please go on, Arthur.
Yeah, no, I was just looking at that. Now, some of the findings, for example, we had a panel yesterday, and some of the information that came out in the panel yesterday by a gentleman who did his dissertation, his PhD dissertation on this, was that the human cell level, both in the brain and then in other parts of the body, has what's called the endocannabinoid system. And there's CB1 receptors in the brain and CB2 receptors throughout the body. And what they found is that cannabinoids, which are based on the plant cannabis, actually have the function of neutralizing some of the technologies of the that the transhumanist agenda is attempting to use. And so I would hope that the World Coalition Against Covert Harassment, we can make the introductions to these individuals that are working on these sciences at the PhD level, we can make the introduction so that you can also incorporate that research into the very valuable defenses that can be used by the individuals against these technologies.
What I need to tell you a bit about why this is going on around the whole globe is because of the artificial intelligence has to know about every culture, every type of different country agendas and so on. So the artificial intelligence is learning each day, and it's called pipes, what it's fed with. And one of the pipes is your brain. And when they have so many million already in Europe feeding pipes, feeding pipes do not just have to be brains. It can also be supercomputers that are actually stripped of their ability to both work and all of the information can easily be stolen by these people, just as they steal our intellectual property without even making a noise out from their own. So the person that is hooked up do not know anything about this kind of technologies, but what these groups are doing around the world is that they're stealing the international, the the intellectual part of our thinking.
Right. So this is like a wholesale takeover and theft of the human culture and the human race as a resource.
Yes, and the linguistics, and that means for people who don't understand, that's our way of speaking, talking, and thinking together. And they are mapping this around the world now, and everything is fed by these pipes to what they call the mainframe Mr. Computer, and that's an artificial intelligence straight through. And the artificial intelligence is learning and picking up so fast, so it can actually take over the control of personality pretty easy right now.
Right. So this is very, very dire. So what do you see? Are you optimistic about the future of the human race? Do you think that we can defeat and stop this?
Alfred, that question it's a very good question, and I will answer it like this. We must be, we could call it soldiers for humanity, and that's the average citizen that has to reckon what is actually happening around the world at this point. And the takeover is being done bit by bit. And the figure, the estimation of 6 million was made 2 years ago. So just imagine how many people are hooked up online right now in Europe. And in the US, it's even worse. It's terrible.
Right,
and
right.
also Canada. Dr. Cameron, one of the biggest leaders of the MK Ultra, he worked based upon Canadian ground, and what his aim was just he worked together with José Delgado and Dr. Jacobson, I believe. That was both. Delgado was from Spain, but he was recruited by the CIA, and so was this Dr. Jacobson from Norway. And now I'm talking about the 60s. So you can just imagine how fast, under how long time they have been developing this. And right now it's the nano, and the nano part was brought up and started up to using it already in the 80s. When nobody knew anything about this kind of technology.
Right, right. Well, what I'm thinking is that we're already approaching almost 1 hour, and what I would like to do is that to suggest that we would like to invite you back for an interview in 3 weeks or so, once the website of the World CACH is up, the World Coalition Against Covert Harassment is up, so that once your website is up, we would like to invite you back for an interview, so we can begin to go through the website and begin to explain to the world and to our viewers exactly what the rollout in the various countries is and how people can become involved. Does that seem like a good approach to you?
A very good one, actually, Alfred. I appreciate it because, and I would like to do some personal interviews on artificial intelligence, how it's actually working through the quantum systems today that is already up and running. And this is the biggest threat actually to the humankind, because when you have the hive mind, which will be the result, but the hive mind for the right people is what I believe that these people are working towards. So this will not be able to get for the normal citizen.
Right.
I can just tell you a few things what Robert Duncan and I was speaking on. His name is Dr. Robert Duncan, and he's a whistleblower from the CIA. And when he worked on his project, it was called the Voodoo Doll Project, and that says it all. But he told me that they were working on the mind melt, the function, the swarming theory, and so on. The swarming theory is artificial intelligence-based system that's mainly produced to be used on the battlefield. It means that 50 soldiers that are hooked up with each other, if somebody sees a threat, everybody else know it by an attosecond. That means almost in real time. So this will also be used among people sooner or later. When you are entering different areas, there will be signs that right now you can operate on our level and get all the updates, everything you need to know about the area you are supposed to enter.
Right.
So what I know about the artificial intelligence is pretty amazing, because I was studying with some people that is developing this kind of strong artificial intelligence, as they call it, when it's about the deep mind, or AI.
Right, right, exactly. Good. So tell me, do you want then to leave this? Would you like to leave our viewers with some final thoughts now?
Yes. I would love to see that people are getting aware. They're up next, so to speak. So nobody will be able to flee or get away from this kind of system. They are worldwide, and I am sure that we will reach a ban on everything. We have good connection in the United Nations, for example, that have already ruled out some cases, and we will work with them on a certain level as well. And I would also tell people that do not think that this kind of technologies will be able to take over humanity. We will fight back, and what you can do best is to be informed, to read my, for example, my web pages, the nanobrain.com and the mind computer.com or the mindcontrol.se page, as they are up and running again, because they hacked them down. Mind control was hacked down around 57 times, I think we're up to now. And we have we have had over 500,000 visitors over the last year. And though we have been so much hacked down, and so for the people in general, they should be aware, get the information. There is several other web pages than mine, but you need to take this seriously, because if you do not if you do not act upon these warning signals, you're up next. I'm sorry to tell people like that, but so we will encounter, we will stop this, and we will free people, but we need to do it together. That's why I'm opening up the caches around the whole world, and the World CACH will be the head organization over all of this kind of organization. As we have so many members already, you can just imagine when we get around 10-15 million, and that's what we are trying to do with the World CACH page.
Right, good. Well, thank you very much, and thank you for taking out your time. We're all very happy that you're alive and well after this attack, that you were surrounded by 12 physicians, and it was amazing because the doctors took all these tests. They watched what was happening to you. They knew by normal medical protocols that they couldn't figure out what was happening, and yet knew that you were at death's doorway. They went to the internet. They discovered all of the science behind these directed energy weapons, and now they had a whole paradigm shift. So you have to give it credit to the physicians of Spain that are open-minded, and that are certainly more open-minded than I've come across the physicians of the United States and the physicians of Belgium that I have seen, and the physicians of the United Kingdom generally than I have seen. For physicians who are involved in urgent care around you to have done a paradigm flip and to say, oh my God, we have never seen this, and then to really understand is quite amazing. So we're really grateful for this kind of medical miracle which occurred.
Yes, thank you a lot, Alfred. And I have the same point of view. They were very, very professional. Actually, Spain has become number 3 on the list of best doctor teams in the world. So
okay.
It was very good professionals that saved my life. But
Yeah.
they had never seen something even close to this. This was complete. And I will tell you that I got some very heavy medications. I got the strongest antibiotics and some other kind of medicines. That's why I'm a little bit slow. I'm a little bit tired because this happened just 2 days ago. So, but I will be up and running, and we will win. We are on the winning team, and
right.
that was the message from Rowney all the time to me. So now I'm saying it to the world. We are on the winning team. That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Amen. On that note, forward, and we look forward to our next interview in a short while, as soon as the World CACH page is up. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alfred.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.